transformation of sentences, we have active and passive voice. Okay. So my dear little ones, please be very
Ma'am,
careful.
only transformation of sentences and active and passive voice.
Only these are the two topics. And remember, this time English examination, English grammar and literature separate. Okay, English grammar separate, literature separate. English grammar is out of 20 marks, so you need more drilling on in English grammar. Okay, if you want good marks for English grammar, because English grammar paper is out of 20 and you are going to write English literature separate, that is also out of 20. So English paper is out of 40. So remember, this time it is different. Grammar, literature, and grammar separate. So both the exams are out of 20, and so you please practice it. So 10 questions I'll be asking from transformation of sentences. The other 10 from active and passive voice. Okay, equal division. So please
Okay.
study well. Okay, okay. So let us begin the active and passive voice imperative sentence today. Okay, imperatives are the sentences in the form of an order. It is in the form of a
Command.
command, a request. It can, or
Advice.
we can
interrogative,
advices using, and some suggestions can be raised using imperative sentences, right? And we know that there is a formula to change an imperative sentence from active voice to passive voice if there is
You
no
are.
object. Okay, if there is no object particularly mentioned, get up early. In the sentence, you can see that there is no mentioning of the objects. Okay, so such case you can use formula number one. This one, see, shut the door. You can use both the formulas for imperatives with the object and without object.
You.
If without object is given means you must use only this formula. If with object means you can use the second one and first one. Okay, according to your wish. Both the formulas can be applied for imperative sentences. Okay, so this one is the first one. That is, you are requested, you are advised, you are told, you are asked, you are ordered, you are begged, commanded, you are advised, to plus verb plus object. Okay, remember. So shut the door. As you all know, you is the subject of an imperative sentence. So you shut the door. You have got the subject here, you have got the object here, and got the verb here. So using these or applying this formula in your passive voice sentence, you will be getting an answer. You are plus ordered plus to shut plus the door,
The
which is
door.
called the object of the sentence. So we got the subject of the sentence. We have got be form plus past participle form of the verb. We have got the to infinitive form here. We know the object of the sentence. Okay. So apply this formula with imperative sentence if there is an object absent. And this formula can be used with the sentence with object also. And the second one, let me introduce the second formula for you guys. The second formula for imperative sentences, you can start your sentence with let. Okay, if it is identify, if you identify the sentence in the form of an imperative, you can change an imperative active voice sentence into passive voice starting with the word let. Okay, once you know, according to the sentence, you is the object subject of this particular imperative sentence, which is not, which can be seen in the sentence, but it is there. Okay, so park the car. See, so you is the subject of the imperative sentence. Here park is the verb, the car is the object. Okay, so how to change the sentence into its passive form? This is an imperative sentence, so it is easy for us to change the sentence into its passive form applying formula 2 or the rule 2. That is, let plus, the car is the object of the sentence, right? So let plus object plus be object plus be plus past participle form of the verb park is parked. See, so this is formula number 2. The formula is let plus object plus be plus past participle form of the verb. So park the car becomes let the car be parked. So imperative, it is easy to change from active to passive voice. Okay, using two formulas. You have different formulas. You can use any one of the formula to change your imperative sentence into passive. Okay, so let us try with a few exercises today. I have brought a few sentences for you, imperative sentences. Example, start writing. Question number 1. Please show me your ticket. Please show me your ticket. This question is to Dion Xavier. Okay, Dion, please show me your tickets. This is imperative active sentence. I request Dion Xavier to write this question on a paper. Please show me your tickets. You have two options, Formula 1 or Formula 2. Please show me your tickets. Already you can see the presence of the word, the magical word called please used in the sentence, right? So, which is suitable? Which formula you are going to apply here? Is it Formula 1 or 2?
First one.
First one. Okay, very good, very good. So, Dion, I am requesting you to give me one answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, I was joined late. I joined
Ma'am, can
late.
you repeat?
That is not the passive voice for the sentence.
Can
I cannot take this as the answer
Ma'am,
for the sentence. So your question is, Dion, all others, I request everybody to mute. Please don't ask me anything now. This question is only to Dion Xavier. I want an answer from you, Dion. Okay? Please show me your ticket. Formula 1 is already discussed in the previous class. And we have formula number 2, that is using let plus object plus be plus past participle form of the verb. This is formula number 1. So you have formula 1 and formula 2 with you. So the question is, please show me your ticket. Very easy because you have a magical word called please here. So which formula you are going to use here? Formula 1, this one.
You Formula 1.
Okay. Now tell me,
You are requested to show the ticket.
Requested. Okay, you are requested
to show the ticket.
To show me. Me is already there. To show me
the ticket.
The tickets. Very good. Show me the tickets. Absolutely right. Okay, so we have used you are plus past participle form of the verb request, that is requested. Okay, plus 2 plus base form plus the object of the sentence. Very good, very good, very good. Second question, children. Do your homework neatly. Abhinav Aji. Do your homework neatly. Do your homework neatly. So use formula number 1 here, Abhinav. I am actually telling you to do your homework neatly. So what is it? What is it? Is it a command? Is it an order? Is it an advice?
Advice.
Yes, of course you are. Very good, Abhinav Manoj. It is in the form of an advice. I am giving you an advice to write your note neatly. A teacher is advising Abhinav Aji, a student, to write his note neatly. So, Abhinav Aji, how you are going to construct your sentence? How you are going to make your passive voice sentence?
You are advised to do your homework.
Very good. You are advised to do your homework neatly. Next question to Devanarayan. Devanarayan. Next is to Devanarayan. Devanarayan, question is switch off the fan. I request you to use the second formula here using let. Switch off the fan. Please try to apply the second formula starting with let. Switch off your fan.
Let the fan be switched off.
Very good. Switched off. Okay, let the fan be switched off. Let the fan be switched off. Excellent. So next question, call the doctor. Devanarayan, very good. Very good answer.
Thank you.
Jagan Krishna. Jagan, next question, call the doctor. Call the doctor.
You are requested to call the doctor.
You are requested to call the doctor. Fine. Use second formula again. That is right. You are requested to call the doctor is also correct. You are told to call the doctor is correct. You are asked to call the doctor is correct. Okay, your answer is right. So apply second formula here and tell me another answer. Tell me the second formula. Have you written the second formula in your paper? You keep your mic in proper position because it is very hard. I cannot hear you well. So adjust your mic and tell me the rule for changing an imperative sentence into passive voice.
Formula 2, I should say. Formula 2. Formula 2, I should say.
Yes.
Let plus object plus be plus past participle form of the verb.
Okay. And your question is call the doctor, right? Call the doctor. Okay. Use this formula. As you know, there is an object of the sentence. You know, a subject is hiding. That is you. Okay, we are not writing you the subject of an imperative sentence. We are starting with a verb. And this shows that the sentence is given in imperative. So we have two choices. You said you use the first formula and you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. You're right. 100% you're right. Now I want you to say the same sentence using the second formula in passive voice. I should begin my sentence with
let.
So let. What is next?
Object.
Okay, so tell me the object of the sentence.
The doctor.
Okay, let the doctor. And what should I use here?
Be.
I should use be. Let the doctor be. Third form of the verb. Past participle means third form of the verb. Verb must be used. So let the doctor be.
Let the doctor be.
What is the verb of the sentence?
Call.
Call. So what is the past participle form of the verb call? Third form of the verb call. Call, called, and the third form is? Jagan? You're not sure with the past participle form of the verb. That you have to do by yourself. Okay? So tell me which is the past participle form of the verb call. Present form is called. Past form is called. What is the past participle form, Jagan?
Called.
Called itself. Okay. So I should use the third form of the verb. So let the doctor be
called.
Called. Okay. Let the doctor be called. This should be your answer if you are using second formula. Am I clear? Next question, Noel Joy. Noel? Cook the food. Cook the food. Noel Joy, cook the food.
Let the food be cooked.
Excellent. If you are using the other one, how to construct?
You are requested to cook the food.
Or you are asked to cook the food. Okay? Both the answers are right. Okay, Naveen, next questions to you. Naveen, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Question is, finish the task. Finish the task. You have two formulas. Use first or second one. That is up to you.
Ma'am,
Let
task
the task be
finished.
Very good. Very good. Let the task be finished. Okay, ED. Let the task be finished. Excellent. Excellent. Very good, Naveen. Keep it up. Next one, Afrinami. Afrinami.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do yoga daily. Do yoga daily.
Okay.
Do yoga daily. So I want your answer.
You are asked to do yoga daily.
Okay. So here is it a question or I am just telling someone to do with a force or something? Do yoga daily, Afrinami. So which one is suitable here? We can use two options. You are told is okay. You are told to do yoga daily is okay. Otherwise, what is it? As a teacher, I am
You are advised to do yoga
I
daily.
am what am I doing here,
Advised.
Abhinav Manoj?
Advised.
Advising. I am
You are
advising.
advised
So
to
do
do
yoga
yoga
daily. So you are advised because it is good for your health. If you practice yoga daily, you will actually go out of your all the tensions and you will be relieved from all the tensions of yours. Okay. So practice exercise or you have to practice yoga daily, which is actually an advice from a teacher to a student to get relieved from the tensions. Okay, so how to change the sentence, Afrinami? How we are going to change the sentence into passive?
You are advised to do yoga daily.
Very good, very good. You are advised to do yoga daily. Okay, next question too. I am searching for a fellow, my friend Fayuna. Fayuna, next question. Wash your shirt. SHIRT. Wash your shirt. Fayuna, any formula? You have two formulas here. Formula 1, you say you are requested, told, asked and all. You have
her mic is not working.
Okay, Fayuna, your mic is not working. I'm sorry. So I'm moving to the next person. I want Akash to give me the answer. No, Akash, a request, Avanish. Hand over to Avanish. Avanish, tell me the answer. Question is, wash your shirt. Two options, Formula 1, Formula 2. Which one? Use Formula 2. Easy one. Go for easy method.
Let the shirt be cleaned.
Clean or cleaned?
Cleaned.
Very good. Cleaned. CLEANED. Past participle form of the verb clean is cleaned. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Okay. So I am moving to Vijan. Vijan, next question. Help the children. Help the children.
Let the children be helped.
Very good. Very good. Next question to Sharanya. Help me. Caught. Sharanya, help me. Use let. Use let. See, you help me. You is the subject and which is actually hiding somewhere. We are not using you or we are not starting our imperative sentence with you. Okay, so we got the subject you and we got help the verb, we got me the object. Okay, so how to change the sentence into passive voice using let?
Let me be helped.
Excellent. Let me be helped. Okay, very good, very good. Now I am moving to Akash. Akash, don't eat this fruit. Don't eat this fruit. Don't eat this fruit. Use formula. This question to Akash. Okay, you're writing the question, no problem. Okay. Don't eat this fruit.
Ma'am, we should use second formula.
Which one you are actually happy to use? Second one. Okay. Use second one.
Let this fruit.
Don't eat this fruit. Don't. It is a negative sentence. Okay. So we need to use NOT not in it. Don't. Do not. So try. No problem. Try. Try with your answer. Anyway, second formula. So we should start with the let. Okay. Let.
And fruit.
Let. Negative sentence. Remember, the sentence is a negative sentence.
Let not.
Ah, wonderful. Let not.
Let not.
So don't eat this fruit. Subject of the sentence. I'll write on the board. Okay. Let me write the question on the board. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. Don't eat this fruit. Okay, this was my question for you. And you know, this is an imperative sentence. You, this is not used here. We already know that this one, you, is the subject of the sentence. Okay, and tell me the object. Sorry, tell me. Okay, tell me the object of the sentence.
Fruit.
Only fruit.
This fruit.
Very good. This fruit is the object of the sentence. Okay. Okay. Now use the formula. Formula 2 using let.
Let
Let
not
not
this fruit be eaten.
eaten. Wonderful. Correct. You're right. Okay, try. See, don't worry if your answer goes wrong, or it may go wrong also, please don't stick there, or don't be afraid to say your answer. Okay, just say it louder. If there is any correction, I do make it. Okay, don't worry. So children, please write this answer. Let not this fruit be eaten. Okay, next question two. Next question two. I'm searching for. Okay, okay. Change on. Question. Complete the work. Complete the work.
Let the work be completed.
Wonderful. So fast. Okay. Next question. Next question. Get out of my home. This question to Abhinav Manoj. Abhinav, get
Yes, ma'am.
out of my house. Not home, house. Get out of my house. Use formula 1.
You are ordered to get out of my house.
So a little more louder.
You are ordered to get out of your house.
You are ordered to get out of my house. Excellent. Very good. So a few videos are off. Eben, Anthony, Nigel, John, Manish. Switch on your videos. Asad, Amrita Baiju, Sarang Shashindran, Shiva Krishna, Asim Nabil. Okay, Asim has some problem with this video. Okay, next question to Nihal. Nihal,
Yes, ma'am.
be careful. Be careful.
You are advised to be careful.
Very good. So fast. So write this question. Be careful. Right answers also. Asad, turn on your video. Asad, are you there? Asad, are you there? Efria. Efria. Yes. Okay, anyway, next question to Asad. Okay, Asad, the question is close the window. The simple one. Close the window. Change this active voice sentence into passive voice. Try. Your sentence. Asad, can you hear me, Asad? Unmute your device. Asad, can you hear me? Asad, can you hear me? I'm sure that you can hear me well. Asad, can you hear me? So, please turn on your mic. Okay. Next question. Arav PS. Arav PS, same question. Close the window. Arav, close the window. Try. You have two formulas. How to change your sentence from active voice to passive voice using second formula. Try for the simple form. It's not clear. It's not clear for me. Speak louder.
You are asked to close the window.
You are asked to close the window. If you're using let, how to begin your sentence?
Let the window be closed.
Look at the formula. Be correct. Let the window be.
Let the window be closed.
Wonderful, wonderful. So try for your answers. Okay, Dia, next question. Dia,
Yes,
the question is, Start your work. Start
Let the
your
work-
work.
Let the work be started.
Let your work be
Started.
started. Excellent. Let your work be started. Clear? So active and passive voice imperative sentences are clear. So let me just give you a recap. Imperative sentences are the second type of sentences or second kind of sentences where you can see the subject of the sentence is hidden and it is not given in
Hidden
the question
subject.
and it is starting with a verb normally or generally. See children, it is in the form of a command or it can be in the form of an order. It may be an advice and all. Okay. So if you are getting a sentence in imperative or the kind of imperative sentence, there are two formulas to change an imperative sentence into passive voice. Okay, let me show you the formula once again. The
You
formula
are
is
ordered.
you are requested, or you are asked, or you
Told.
are told, you are ordered, you are begged, you are commanded, you are advised. 2 plus base form of the verb plus object. So example, shut the door. Okay, as you all know, this is an imperative sentence and it has a subject here. Okay, so we got the subject and this one is the verb of the sentence and the door is the object of the sentence. So we have got the subject, we have got the verb and we have got the object. Okay, so we are going to apply this formula or formula number 1 to when we convert or when we transform a sentence from active to passive, that also imperative sentence. Okay, so I should begin my sentence with you are. So I have started like this, you are plus shut the door is in the form of an order. So you are ordered. 2 plus verb, 2 plus base form of the verb. You are ordered to shut the door. The door is the object of the sentence. Okay, this is formula number 1. We had practiced a lot of examples in the previous class, and now second one, today we learned the formula number 2, that is how to change an imperative sentence from active to passive using let.
Let.
Call the doctor. Here we practice call the doctor. Okay, this was one of our example. Call the doctor. We know that you is the subject of this particular sentence. And we started our sentence with call the verb. So call is the verb form used here. The doctor is the object used in the sentence. Isn't it? Isn't it, children? So how to begin my sentence? I have told you to begin my passive voice or your passive voice sentence using let. Okay, let plus
Object.
plus
Be plus.
you should use only
Past
the
past participle
form
form
of the verb. That is why call becomes called here. Okay, so let the doctor be called. Clear?
Yes,
Am
ma'am.
I clear?
Yes.
Do you have any doubt imperative sentences from active to passive voice?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so listen. So we have learned how to change a sentence from active voice to the passive voice. Especially that is if that is a declarative sentence, and you know how to change the 3 tenses and its 12 tense forms. As you all know that we can change only 8 forms out of 12 into the a passive voice. There is no passive form for present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous. And also we have learned the imperative sentence, how to change an imperative sentence from active voice to passive voice. Now today one more short. I'm just starting today the last one, that is how to change what I can say, how to change an interrogative sentence into passive voice. Children, listen, how to change an interrogative sentence into passive form. What are called interrogative sentences, children? You learned you have learned kinds of sentences. What are called interrogative
The
sentences?
sentences which ask a question.
Excellent. Ask question. The pattern of sentence or the sentences which ends with a question mark, that is in the form of a question. And also you have learned there are 2 types of interrogative sentences, isn't it?
WH.
Two.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
WH questions.
sentences.
Yes,
WH
and,
questions are we are actually expecting a particular answer from the person who is standing opposite to us, right? And yes or no questions. I am expecting either one answer yes or no from you. Okay, so we have two types of questions here, and we are going to learn how to change an interrogative sentence from active voice to passive voice. Ready? Are you ready, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready to learn?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Say
Yes,
yes
ma'am.
or no?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see, look at the board. There are a lot of things to be learned. Okay, see, children, if your question is starting with do, does, and did. Remember, if your question, see, when if the interrogative sentences are given in active voice, when you transform an interrogative active voice sentence into passive voice, you should give a question mark at the end in passive voice also. Your interrogative sentence in active voice is ending with a question mark, and the same question mark should be used, because even though it is an interrogative, it is ending with a question mark. Okay, so use a question mark at the end of active voice interrogative and passive voice interrogative. Clear? Clear? Am I clear?
Yes,
So question
ma'am.
mark is a
Ma'am.
you must use a question mark in a passive voice interrogative sentence. You can see a question mark in the active voice sentence. You can see a passive a question mark in the passive voice sentence also. And point number one, if your active voice interrogative question is starting with the, or interrogative sentence is starting with the word do, does, or did, do forms. As you all know, three do forms are there: do, does, and did. Okay, so if your question is starting with the do, does, and did, when you change this question into passive form, we cannot use do, does, and did in your passive voice sentence. Okay, we cannot use, we are not supposed to use, or we are not allowed to use do, does, or did, these three words in the passive voice form. So if we are not using do, did, and does in our passive voice, then what can be used? Instead of do, does, and did, we should use something else. What should be used? If a question, see, suppose, do you know me? Okay, do you know me? This is my question. And this is an active voice because it shows a tense form. Do, know shows that this sentence is given in simple present tense. Okay, agree? Agree? So when you change an active voice present tense sentence into passive voice, you cannot use do, does, and did in the passive form. So instead of do, does, and did, what can be used in passive voice? Gus, no problem. If your answer is wrong also, nobody is here to scold you. So instead of do, does, and did, interrogative, what can be used in passive voice? As I have told you, you do not use do, does, and did, the question words. Yes, Vijay?
Who?
Vijay?
Is or am.
Excellent, Vijay. You're right. Absolutely right. We must use the be forms in passive voice. Okay. Instead of do, does, and did, you can use am, is, are, was, and were instead
Was,
of
were,
did,
been, be.
according to the tenses, according to the subject. Okay, if the subject is singular, you can use are or were. Sorry, plural. If the subject is plural, you can use are or were. If the subject is singular, you can use am, is, and was according to the tenses. Am I clear? So we cannot use do, does, and did in passive form. When you convert a sentence starting with the do, does, and did into passive voice, just use is, am, are, was, were according to the tenses, according to the subject. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
point number one. Okay. Point number two. If your question is beginning with WH words, what are the WH words in English grammar? What are the WH words?
What?
Where, what?
When, which, how,
When,
and all.
which.
Okay, if your sentences are starting with the WH words, or it is starting with the modal auxiliaries. What are called modal auxiliaries? Gus, tell me what are
Did.
called modal auxiliaries in English grammar?
Do, did.
Modals. You learned Secondary auxiliary verbs are called modals in English grammar. What are modals? You're familiar with can, could, shall, should, will, would. Okay. So if your question is starting or beginning with WH words or modal auxiliaries, you can begin your passive voice using the same words. There is no change. You don't want to change WH questions. You don't want to change modal auxiliaries when you convert an active voice interrogative sentence into passive voice. You can use the same. Okay, there is no change. Only one problem, if your interrogative sentences are starting with the do, does or did, you cannot use do, does or did in the passive form. Instead of that, you must use am, is, are, was, were according to the tense, according to the subject. Okay, and if your sentences are beginning with the WH words or modal auxiliaries, not down, the modals are also called secondary auxiliary verbs. Secondary auxiliary verbs are will, shall, would, can, could, and all. May, might, must, and all. Okay. If these modal auxiliaries or WH words, when you change these sentences into passive voice, you should begin your passive voice sentence with the same question word. Okay. Same WH word can be used. Same modal auxiliary can be used in your passive voice. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes,
And
sir.
remember point number 3. Okay. Remember point number 3. If your active voice sentence is starting with WHO, who? Okay. If your active voice interrogative sentence is starting with the WHO, who, when you change the sentence into passive voice, you must begin your sentence in passive voice by starting by whom. Okay, who become by whom. Okay, change by who becomes by whom in passive, and whom becomes who in passive. If your question in active voice is starting with whom or by whom, so you should change your sentence into who in passive voice. Okay, let me share a screen for you. This will guide you, or this will give you a clear-cut idea. Okay, we have a few points to note before changing an interrogative sentence from active voice to passive voice. Point number 1, do, does, or did does not appear in the passive form. Okay, we don't want or we cannot use do, does, or did in passive voice. Instead of this, we should use am, is, are, was, were according to the tenses and according to the subject. Okay, look at here. If your sentences are starting with has, have, had, and also the modal auxiliaries like can, may, will, shall, etc. And if it is a question words like when, where, why, how, and what, there is no change. You can use the same words in the beginning position in the passive voice. But if your active voice sentence, interrogative sentence is starting with who, it is changed into by whom in passive voice and whom into who in passive voice. Okay. So who can be by whom in passive, and whom in active voice should be used in passive in the form of who. Okay, I'll give you, I'll explain this with more examples in the next class. So interrogatives will be explained once again in the next class. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you so much, children. So study well. This time, English grammar and literature separate exam. So please study well. Okay, out of 20, transformation of sentences and active and passive voices are there for the test paper. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
I'll take. I know the names. I know the absentee. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.